Hi, am I speaking with Sophia?
Hi, you are.
Great. Can you tell me who you brought with you today, Sophia?
I brought my caregiver, Robin.
Hi,
Hello.
Robin. My name is Lauren, and Sophia, I will be your occupational therapist for today's session. Can you guys see and hear me okay?
Yeah,
Okay, great. So if at any point you cannot see or hear me, please let me know and we'll get it all figured out.
sounds great.
Awesome. So are you ready to begin today's session, Sophia?
Yeah,
Great. So, Sophia, I read that you just recently had a hip replacement on that right hip. So, how are you feeling today on a scale of 0 being no pain, 10 being the most pain? What would you say?
probably like a 4 out of 10.
A 4 out of 10? Okay, so you're experiencing some pain. Well, if at any point today that pain gets worse while we're doing our activity, please let me know and we will stop immediately.
Sounds good.
Awesome. So today I am going to have you work on using the dressing stick to put on pants. Do you know like what the dressing stick is used for?
I might need a refresher.
Oh, that's quite all right. So, the purpose of a dressing stick is used to help you dress independently with your limited movement. The dressing stick can help increase your independence and keep you and your newly replaced hip safe. Because of your hip replacement, you do have to have a few precautions you have to adhere to. Do you by chance remember them at all?
I would like to hear you say them so I can see if I knew them.
Sure. So, I'll explain them to you. They're pretty easy. There's three of them. So, no bending at the hip past 90 degrees, no hip rotation, and no crossing of the legs. And I'll review those two in the demo video I have for you.
Awesome.
So, I am going to play a video, and I recorded myself demonstrating how to use the dressing stick to put on a pair of pants. In the video, I will go over important safety techniques and how often the dressing stick can be used. How does that sound?
Sounds wonderful.
Great. Okay, I will go ahead and share my screen and play the video for you guys. Today we will be learning how to use a dressing stick. So there are a few proper techniques to use. Can you guys hear it okay?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, great. When using a dressing stick, first it is important to know what side is used for what. So I'll come closer here. This little C-shape hook is used for zippers, untying shoelaces, and also retrieving clothing. While this little zigzag side is used for manipulating clothing, which is what we'll be using today to put on pants. It is also important to remember that when you are using the dressing stick, you want to hold it at the furthest point of the hook you are using, just so you have a maximum reachable length. And since you do have hip precautions, there are a couple precautions you do have to follow. So with those hip precautions, you cannot bend past 90 degrees, avoid hip rotating, and also crossing legs. The dressing stick will help adhere to those precautions and also facilitate your independence. So now I'm going to demonstrate on how to use the dressing stick to put on pants. So first, you're going to want to use this little zigzagged hook here. You're going to take your pants, and with that hook, you're going to thread through the pant loop and waistband until it is stuck right on the hook. You're then going to place it in front of you while keeping this leg straight, thread it through, and then once it's thread through, you can go ahead and pull on up until it's at a reachable distance where you're not breaking any of those hip precautions. You can grab the pant hook or pant loop. So then to do the other side, we're going to do the same exact thing. Take that side, thread through, it'll catch on that hook there, drop down, then step through that pant leg. Once it's through, you can carefully go ahead and pull the pants up until it's at a reachable distance. You can go ahead and grab that waistband, unhook, and pull up. Now that you have the pants on, you can also use the dressing stick to take them off. Using the same side, we're going to grab the waistband of the pants in the middle, And all you're going to do is just push lightly all the way down. And once it's at your feet, push, step out, push, and step out. And that's how you take on and off pants using a dressing stick.
All right. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Can you guys still hear me okay?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. Please stop sharing my screen. All right. So Sophia or Robin, do you guys have any questions for me regarding the dressing stick or any clarification before we begin that dressing activity?
I do. I just have a quick question before we begin. Should I help Sophia at all during this activity?
That's a great question, Robin. I would really like for Sophia to try using the dressing stick on her own first, just to kind of facilitate that independence that we're kind of working towards. However, if she is really struggling with that dressing stick, you can step in and help anytime that she's needed.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Do you guys have any more questions before we begin?
I'm not.
All right. Well, then, Sophia, do you remember which side of the dressing stick you're going to use to hook on your pants there?
Based on your video, I used the zigzagged part, right?
That's correct. Yes. All right. Well, go ahead and grab your pants there at the side.
And I'm supposed to put it through my hip replacement side, right?
Yes, that is correct. The operated leg always first. Perfect. And then you'll drop it down. Yep. You're doing great. Awesome. One leg down.
Down.
Go ahead and do the other.
All right.
Wonderful. That was great. Now, do you remember how to take them off?
I just push it down slowly with the zigzagged part.
Yes. Yep, nice and slow. Perfect. Awesome. That was great. That was awesome. Sophia, how do you think that went?
I think it went really well. I think this could be useful for me being more independent.
Yes, I fully agree. And we'll keep practicing using that dressing stick just so it'll get easier each time and just continuing improving your independence and your dressing. So,
Awesome.
yeah. Before we wrap up the session, do either of you have any other questions for me?
I have a question, Lauren.
Sure.
Does Sophia use the dressing stick to help with other tasks?
Yes, the dressing stick is pretty versatile and it can be used for kind of putting on and taking off clothing, kind of what we did today with pants, but you can also use it as a jacket, so upper body dressing, pants, skirts. And then the other side that we did not use today, that C hook, is used for it can undo zippers and then it can untie shoelaces and also help retrieve clothing from the closet. So it's definitely got a variety of uses that can help facilitate that independence.
Thank you for my question.
That'll be great for me.
I agree. Do you have any other questions?
No, I don't think I do right now.
Okay. Well, then we are going to wrap this session up. So, Sophia, today we learned how to use the dressing stick to put on pants while adhering to those hip precautions. Do you remember what those are by chance?
No bending past 90, no crossing of the legs, and no rotation of the hip.
That's right. So, yes, no bending past 90, no hip rotation, and no crossing of the legs. That's so great that you remembered that. Keep that in mind for our future sessions and in everyday use. So, next session, we will focus on some more lower body dressing using the dressing stick, just so you become more familiar with it and it's just easier to use. How does that sound?
Sounds great.
Great. So I am going to forward you that demonstration video I showed earlier in the session. And it just so you can review those safety tips and the steps for putting on and taking off pants using the dressing stick. In that same email, I will link the date of your next therapy session with me. And my contact information is at the very bottom of the email. So if you need anything, my phone number and my email address is there. So you can contact me at any time with any further questions or concerns.
Thank you so much, Lauren. You've been so helpful.
Of course. Again, if you need anything else, please reach out and I will see you guys next week.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lauren.
Of course, you guys did great today. Thank you so much. I'll see you next week.
Thank you. See you.
Bye-bye.